What if I told you that the secret to conquering life's hardest challenges was discovered over 2,000 years ago? Would you believe it? Welcome to Quotes and Relax 95, where we explore timeless wisdom to help you master the modern world. Today, we're diving deep into the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, not as a history lesson, but as a guide to living a stronger, more resilient life. These aren't just lofty ideas, they're practical tools that you can use right now. In this video, we'll uncover 10 Stoic lessons that most men don't learn until it's too late. Whether it's controlling your emotions, accepting change, or finding true inner peace, Stoicism holds the key. And make sure you stick around for the last lesson. It might just change the way you see the world forever. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed, stuck, or just curious about how to improve your life, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Acceptance of what you can't control. Picture ancient Rome, bustling streets, political power struggles, and uncertainty. Yet, in the midst of all that chaos, the Stoics remained calm. They understood a fundamental truth. We don't control external events. We can't influence the weather, stop time from passing, or dictate how others behave. What we can control is how we respond to those events. Fast forward to today's world, where we're constantly bombarded by stress, social media, news, societal expectations. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, trying to manage things we simply can't influence. But here's a powerful analogy. Imagine holding a balloon. Each stressor or problem that's beyond your control, place it inside that balloon and let it float away. You're not giving up. You're freeing yourself to focus on what truly matters, what you can control. I remember being stuck in a traffic jam on my way to a crucial meeting. The frustration was rising, the clock was ticking, and my stress levels spiked. But then it hit me. The traffic was out of my control. I could either stew in frustration or change my approach. So, I took a deep breath, turned on some calming music, and used the time to prepare mentally. By the time I arrived, I was calm, collected, and ready to face the meeting head-on. The next time you encounter a stressful situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset. This simple shift in perspective can lead to profound changes in how you navigate life's challenges. Lesson 2. The power of perspective. Picture this: two people caught in the same rainstorm. One curses the sky, frustrated by the inconvenience, while the other smiles, savoring the peaceful rhythm of raindrops. Same event, yet two entirely different experiences. This difference is perspective, one of the most powerful concepts in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, emphasized this truth when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." The event itself, whether it's rain or a more serious life challenge, is neutral. What defines it is how we choose to perceive it. Life is full of unavoidable hardships, but the real power lies in how we interpret them. Perspective shapes our reality. When faced with a setback, instead of spiraling into frustration or despair, take a step back and ask yourself, is there another way to view this? Just like a photographer adjusting the lens for a better shot, you have the power to shift your mental focus. For example, losing a job can feel like a crushing defeat. But what if, instead of seeing it as a failure, you viewed it as an opportunity to rediscover your passions, pursue new avenues, or even reinvent yourself? Every challenge contains the potential for growth. It's all about finding the right angle. By mastering the art of perspective, you can turn obstacles into stepping stones and gain control over how life's events affect you. Lesson 3. Living in the present. How often do we find ourselves trapped between the regrets of the past and the anxieties of the future? For many, it's a daily struggle. Yet, this habit of mentally time traveling robs us of the one thing we actually have, the present moment. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, understood this deeply. He famously said, "Do not waste the remaining part of your life in thoughts about others. Be content with the present." His wisdom reminds us that life isn't happening in the past or the future. It's unfolding right now, in this very moment. Living in the present is more than just a concept. It's a skill we must cultivate. One way to do this is through mindfulness, the practice of being fully engaged in whatever you're doing at that moment. Take something as simple as drinking your morning coffee. Instead of mindlessly sipping while scrolling through your phone, focus on the experience. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands, breathe in the rich aroma, and savor the taste of each sip. This isn't just about enjoying coffee, it's about learning to engage fully with life. In conversations, too, try being fully present. Rather than thinking ahead to what you'll say next, really listen to the other person. You'll find that this not only enhances your relationships, but also reduces unnecessary stress caused by constant mental chatter. By grounding yourself in the present, you experience life as it happens, instead of constantly chasing a future or dwelling on a past that no longer exists. This simple shift can lead to greater peace, clarity, and fulfillment, something many only come to understand when it's too late. Why wait? Start living in the present today. Lesson 4. Self-discipline and integrity. In a world dominated by instant gratification, the idea of self-discipline often feels outdated. But for the Stoics, it was a cornerstone of true freedom. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most revered teachers, famously said, "Freedom is the ability to control your desires, not to satisfy them." This challenges the modern notion of freedom as doing whatever we want. Instead, real freedom comes from self-mastery, making choices based on values, not fleeting impulses. To build this kind of discipline, start small. Set a goal to wake up early, even when your bed feels irresistible. Commit to healthy eating when fast food is the easier choice. Every time you align your actions with your principles, you strengthen your self-discipline. It's not about grand gestures, but consistent, daily decisions. These small, disciplined actions shape your character and, over time, forge a life grounded in integrity and purpose. It's in mastering yourself that you discover true freedom, as your choices no longer control you, you control them. Lesson 5. Embracing change. Change is one of life's few constants, yet most people resist it, often seeing it as something to fear or avoid. However, in Stoicism, change is not only accepted but welcomed as a vital aspect of existence. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's most revered thinkers, believed that life itself is defined by change and that fearing it is essentially fearing life's very nature. When something in our life shifts, whether it's the end of a job, a relationship, or even a phase in our journey, it often brings with it the seeds of new beginnings. The Stoics understood that change isn't something to be dreaded, but an opportunity to grow. For instance, losing a job may initially seem devastating, but it can also serve as the catalyst for starting your own venture or finally pursuing that passion you've always pushed aside. A relationship ending, though painful, offers the chance to reconnect with yourself, to reflect on what you truly value, and to move forward with greater clarity. By embracing change instead of resisting it, you're aligning yourself with the natural rhythm of life. This mindset not only makes you more adaptable, but also builds resilience, allowing you to face the unexpected with confidence and poise. Lesson 6. The futility of material pursuits. In today's society, Success is often measured by how much we own, whether it's a fancy car, a big house, or the latest tech gadget. But the Stoics offer a different perspective, one that challenges this materialistic mindset. They argue that true happiness doesn't come from the accumulation of possessions, but from the cultivation of inner wealth. Seneca, a man who experienced both great wealth and extreme hardship, understood this deeply. He famously said, "True wealth is not having many possessions, but having few wants." This highlights a critical truth. The more we chase after material things, the more we discover their inability to truly satisfy us. Material wealth may bring temporary pleasure, but it rarely brings lasting contentment. We've all experienced the fleeting joy of a new purchase, only to find ourselves wanting more soon after. Instead of seeking happiness in things, Stoicism teaches us to seek fulfillment in meaningful experiences, strong relationships, and personal growth. These are the riches that endure. The next time you feel the urge to buy something, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, will this object bring me lasting fulfillment, or am I just filling a temporary void? Often, the things we crave don't address the deeper needs within us, needs that can only be met through a life well lived, not a life well stocked. Lesson 7. Managing emotions. Stoicism teaches us that emotions aren't our enemies. They're simply signals that need to be understood and managed. The ancient Stoics, including Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, recognized that emotions are an intrinsic part of our human experience. However, their philosophy emphasizes that while we shouldn't suppress or ignore our feelings, allowing them to dictate our actions can lead to turmoil and disorder. To truly master your emotions, start by practicing emotional awareness. This means paying attention to your feelings and understanding their underlying causes. For instance, if you're feeling anger, instead of letting it erupt uncontrollably, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and reflect on why you're feeling this way. What triggered this emotion? What does it reveal about your values or expectations? By engaging in this reflective practice, you gain insight into the root of your feelings and can channel them constructively. This doesn't mean you suppress or deny your emotions. Rather, you manage them by responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic and anger flares up, use this as an opportunity to practice composure. Instead of reacting with frustration, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you can't control others' actions, only your response. By doing so, you remain calm and centered, transforming what could be a stressful encounter into a moment of personal growth. Mastering your emotions is about reclaiming control over your reactions and ensuring that you respond with clarity and purpose. This Stoic approach helps you navigate life's challenges with resilience, maintaining your inner peace even amidst external chaos. Lesson 8. Personal responsibility. Stoicism asserts a profound yet empowering truth. While we may not have control over every circumstance or external event, we are unequivocally responsible for how we respond to and act within those situations. This philosophy, championed by ancient Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, underscores the importance of owning our choices, both the successes and the failures. It is through this ownership that we cultivate a life of true integrity and authenticity. In our contemporary world, where shifting blame has become almost second nature, Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. It's all too easy to point fingers at others or at unfavorable circumstances when things go wrong. However, Stoic wisdom teaches us that our power lies not in altering external factors, but in mastering our responses and decisions. This shift in focus from external blame to internal responsibility is not just about accepting fault. It's about embracing the opportunity for personal growth and transformation. When we take full responsibility for our actions, we reclaim our power. We stop being passive victims of our circumstances and start being proactive architects of our destiny. For instance, if a project fails, instead of blaming the team or external pressures, a Stoic approach would involve reflecting on what could be done differently and what lessons can be learned. This introspective mindset allows us to transform setbacks into stepping stones for improvement. Moreover, this principle fosters resilience. By acknowledging that our responses and choices are within our control, we empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with a sense of agency. Whether it's in our personal relationships, professional endeavors, or daily routines, embracing personal responsibility means recognizing that the path to change and improvement begins with us. Lesson 9. The value of wisdom. In Stoic philosophy, wisdom is more than just a virtue. It's the guiding light that illuminates our path through life's complexities. For philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, wisdom wasn't just an abstract concept. It was a practical tool for navigating the myriad challenges of existence. They understood that wisdom involves not only the acquisition of knowledge, but also its thoughtful application in daily life. In today's world, where information is abundant and easily accessible, distinguishing true wisdom from mere data is crucial. The sheer volume of content we encounter daily can be overwhelming, often leading us to chase after the latest trends or fads without considering their real value. Wisdom, however, is about deeper understanding and application. It's about asking reflective questions such as, how can this information enhance my life? And how does this align with my core values and goals? Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often emphasized the importance of using wisdom to guide our actions and decisions. He believed that true wisdom helps us make choices that contribute to our personal growth and well-being, rather than being swayed by external circumstances or fleeting desires. Similarly, Seneca advocated for a life led by reason and reflection, suggesting that wisdom involves understanding ourselves and our place in the world, and using that understanding to live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. To integrate this lesson into our lives, we must cultivate a habit of reflection. It's not enough to gather knowledge. We need to pause and consider how it can be applied constructively. This means evaluating the information we receive and actively thinking about how it can be used to improve our decision-making, enhance our relationships, and contribute to our overall sense of purpose. Wisdom is about seeing beyond the immediate and trivial, aiming instead to live with intention and clarity. In essence, it's the thoughtful integration of knowledge that truly guides us towards a better life. Lesson 10. Cultivating inner peace. Cultivating inner peace is one of the most profound lessons in Stoicism, yet it often remains elusive in our chaotic, modern world. At its core, inner peace involves achieving a state of tranquility that remains unaffected by external circumstances. Stoic philosophy teaches that true peace comes from within, not from the fleeting comforts or validations that life might offer. This lesson is rooted in the understanding that while we cannot always control external events, we can control how we respond to them. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, recognized that inner peace is achieved through self-mastery and alignment with our values. By practicing self-awareness and focusing on what we can control, we create a resilient mental framework that allows us to remain calm amidst life's storms. Inner peace is not about denying our emotions or pretending that difficulties don't exist. Rather, it's about responding to them with a balanced perspective. To cultivate inner peace, start by engaging in regular self-reflection and mindfulness. This means taking time each day to pause and center yourself, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply deep breathing. By acknowledging and understanding your emotional triggers, you can better manage your responses and maintain a sense of calm. Another crucial aspect is practicing gratitude. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, which can significantly enhance your inner peace. Ultimately, cultivating inner peace involves a continuous journey of self-improvement and acceptance. It's about recognizing that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can always choose how we react. Embracing this Stoic lesson can lead to a more serene and fulfilled life, where peace is not just a temporary state but a lasting, internal sanctuary. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching,